Now can somebody hear me? There we are. Okay. That better? Should be. Let me know if you can hear me. The sound should be coming through. Right now it's coming through on my end. What about your end? Give me a shot. Working now. There we are. Great. Okay, good. Sorry for that. I had to switch to the microphone on the computer. I didn't have the time and the energy to set up everything in my studio. I apologize, and I'm gonna put my foot up here on a stool. I had something called cellulitis, so I got to rest my foot. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys can hear me. Welcome. I'm doing these live chats every other week. Unfortunately, I was in the hospital for 1 to 3 days due to chronic cellulitis. I had 102 fever, 22,000 white blood cell count. It was really bad. And I just barely had the energy to come here at noon. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to go, but, you know, as they say in show business, the show must go on. Well, Mildred, hey, nice to see you. Noor, Tariq, Juan Claire Louf, all the way from the UK. I'm still using those lozenges you gave me or sent me. It's hotter than hell in the United States. What's it like in the UK? Back from Jamaica. How was your trip, virtuous woman? And where do you normally live? Anyway, yeah. So here we are. Your questions are here to be answered. And I can't quite see. Is anybody able to tell me how many people are on the live chat right now? Somehow I can't quite see the numbers. They're being blocked by something. So let me know if you can see what's going on, what the numbers are. 20 on YouTube. Thanks. Every now and then someone give me Angel One. About every 5-10 minutes, give me an update, okay? Great. So, what's been going on in the world of mental health for you guys? As I say, hot in the UK, yeah, global warming. We had 15 days over 90 degrees in July. Can you believe it? 15 days. That's half the month. Set a new record for Portland, Oregon. Anyway, if any of you have had cellulitis, it's not fun. It comes on suddenly. You get the chills, you vomit, you have a fever, and then your whole leg blows up like a red balloon. And this is my 20th episode since 1995. No fun. All right. How do we go on when we're so depressed? Well, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time. I have a video called, I'll type it in for you. It's called Bearing the Unbearable Pain. Let me put it right here. Bearing the pain. There is right now. Go ahead and try watching that video. What I find is sometimes you just have to breathe into the pain and surrender to it instead of fighting it. So it's very difficult to go on when you're so depressed, but if you can have just one person who is your support system, you cannot go through this thing alone. You need other people. Hey, Vrindagan Locker, I cannot tell you how many depressed people there must be in India. I've got all sorts. I just picked up a new client last night. I mean, seriously. Oh, Luna Sophie Desar, are you from what part of the world are you from? Mildred, can't they find out the underlying product cellulitis you're having? No, there's no, the underlying cause is I have a compromised immune system on the lower right leg, and there's always bacteria on the leg living there, strep and staph. When you get stressed out, they find a way to get through the cracks of the skin into the soft tissue. One day at a time, yes. Wow, 1JE24, Jacob from the UK. Nice to hear from you. You did take my advice one day at a time. How's it watching? How's it going? Lazy Eye Ranch. It was over 100 degrees inside my house last week. I got my swamp cooler fixed finally. I was worried about my dog. Yeah. Seeking recovery. Nice to see you. You know, I have a very, very smart woman who's a good friend of mine. She says, James Baldwin, a very brilliant and influential African American writer in the United States. Somebody tell me they know who he is. I don't want to feel like I'm the only one. Anyway, he wrote a seminal book, essay called "The Fire Next Time." Uh, God gave water the rainbow sign. No more water, the fire next time. It's from an old Negro spiritual, and that's what's going on. The world is burning up, as we can see. It's 114 degrees in India. According to the New York Times, human beings were not meant to withstand those kind of temperatures. And so they're dying, especially the poor. Oh, I'm glad your niece is settled and living with her grandma. Is that why you went to Jamaica? Did you get my email answering your question on suicide? Yes, I did, and I'm going to use it for my book. Thank you, and thank you for reminding me of it. I've been so sick in the last week. All of my stuff has been dropped. But Jacob, send me an email right now just reminding me that you sent me the previous email. Anybody on Latuda? Yes, one of my former group members is on Latuda. She says it's helpful. I took it when I was severely depressed. It did absolutely nothing. You should try putting yogurt on your leg. It will kill bad bacteria. Does that? That's very cute. I'm on 2 different antibiotics. Thank you. Yeah. So, a joke. This came from my group. How are a fish and a guitar similar? What is the similarity between a guitar and a fish? Well, they both have scales. Yes, but what is the difference between a guitar and a fish? Well, you can always tune a guitar, but you can't tune a fish. Let me say that again. You can always tune a guitar, but you can't tune a fish. What do you think, on a 1 to 10 scale? Yeah. Here we have the Laugh Out Loud kids book for jokes. I like this. What language does a billboard speak? Sign language. Come on, you got to laugh at that one. Why didn't the girl trust the ocean? It was something fishy about it. And here's something, I called up the advice nurse to talk about my infected leg, and after she was done, I said to her, take my advice. I'm not using it. Childish joke. Yes, boo-hoo, thank you. LOL, that's what I like to hear. Something from the peanut gallery. So Joho, how was Latuda? Did it work for you? Lazy Eye Ranch says people are even dying in Japan from the heat. Global warming is real in spite of what the science deniers say. You better believe it, Lazy Eye Ranch. Excellent. Excellent. Let me see if we can touch this a little up there, get a little bit more of me. Yeah. All right. Luna Sophie Diazar, Denmark in Scandinavia. Yes, I know where Denmark is. I have a coaching client in Denmark. I've been to Copenhagen. You're welcome. But why is your name doesn't sound Scandinavian? Desezar. Are you from a different nationality? What is the computer's favorite meal? Microchip. How about microbrew? Oh, I love that. We just came up with a joke. Jacob, we should join forces here. I'm going to write this down. What is a computer's favorite dish? Computer microbrew. Sign language. Something fishy. All right. Thank you, Angel 131 watching now. Not too bad. My record is 40. Why don't you go call some people up? We're the next comedy duo. Thank you. Douglas is the capital of the Isle of Man? No way, John Booth. Really? There was a huge concert at the Isle of Man many years ago in the 60s. How do we start doing something when we have no willpower, says Sarah? Excellent question, because when people get depressed, they lose their willpower. Well, this is where you need to bring in the troops. So let me tell you a story. There was a client, he was living out here in Gresham, couldn't get out of bed, but he had 2 members in the group who he found connection with. It. All 3 were retired. So one Saturday morning, the 2 men John and Dave got up, drove over to Ed's house, and rousted him out of bed at 9 in the morning and took him up to Columbia Gorge, and they did a hike on Angel's Rest. So that's the deal. You just have to get someone else in your life who can kind of, help you out and guide you. It's very hard to do these things on your own. So yeah, that's my question. Question from Italy to Sarah. Oh, great! I've always wanted to go to Italy. That's on my bucket list. I'm 69. I did a report on Italy when I was in 5th grade. No willpower. Check the 5-year YouTube. Use it all the time. Huh. I don't know what the 5 ruler is, but maybe you're talking about Jordan. This guy named Jordan. Yes, but I have to take it in with 350 calories and it knocked me out. So I had to take it right before bed, but not good to eat before bed. I had to take it 350 calories to absorb. You're talking about Latuda? UPS the 5 rule. Look up on YouTube. I use it all the time. Okay. I'll write that down. UPS period the 5 rule. I left my phone somewhere. Oh well. I wrote that down. Seek and recover. I started taking antidepressants 2 months ago. Started on 10 milligrams of Lexapro and felt suicidal. Wow. Then went to 10 milligrams and felt much better, but felt like there was room for improvement. Well, it sounds like you went to 10 and you went to 10. There must be a typo there. But anyway, I'm glad you're feeling better. That's the important thing. You're on 15. I feel worse than when I was on the 10. Is this normal? Nothing is normal when it comes to antidepressants. Everything is idiosyncratic. Yes, talk to your psychiatrist ASAP. Why is life so hard? Well, the first noble truth of the Buddha was life is suffering. The 4 noble truths, being on this earth plane is by definition difficult. Now, when you have a mental illness, it makes it 5 times as difficult. That's the problem. But yes, there's something in being on this earth plane that brings about suffering. However, there's also joy on this earth plane too. Flowers and sunshine and children. So, one clearly we've talked before, so even going to find some little thing during the day that gives you pleasure, something that inspires you, even a nice piece of music. But yes, it's very hard. Everybody has difficulties in life, and especially people with mental illness. Lazy Eye Ranch, you finally saw a psychiatrist last week. That's good. Really don't want to take meds anymore after the terrible Cymbalta experience. If I have to do something, I'm trying Zoloft, starting slowly. Good idea. Zoloft does help a lot of people. Tyler Durden, long time no see. That's what the dolphin said for the whale. Long time no see, SEA. KS, you're doing a good thing on your channel. Congrats and good luck. Thank you. Well, I'm very ill right now. I'm barely able to get out the words, but we mentally ill people must support each other, don't you think? By the way, someone once asked me, when you go on a date, should you tell yourself you're depressed? I said, yeah. You should go out on a date and say, hey, my name is Douglas, I'm mentally ill. See how far that gets you. Oscar Gonzalez. Hey, nice to see you again, Oscar. Hi, Doug. How are you? You only making videos once a week now? Just wondering. Yeah, I'm having some health challenges, so I'm doing live chats every other Sunday and videos every other Monday. So every week there'll be a video up. So this week it's going to be live chat next Monday, which is going to be August 13th. We'll have a brand new video on something called CBD oil. Has anyone ever used or heard of CBD oil? I'm wondering. Let me type it out here. CBD. Anyone ever use that? Let me know. I've read that the depression bipolar gets worse with age. Would you agree, or is there hope this doesn't have to evolve this way? Is it worthwhile try to keep it at bay? Of course, John L. There are tools for recovery. There are coping tools. There are wellness tools, and if you use those, it doesn't have to go that way. We do have some free will in the matter. So yes, definitely do everything you can to keep depression at bay and use the tools in my book and or other wonderful books out there. Here it is, Healing from Depression, 12 Weeks to a Better Mood. Everything I know about depression and recovery is in this book. I wrote it in 1998. Nothing has changed in 20 years. Human beings are still human beings. Tyler Durden, I'd say life is hard when you're around people who ignore or alienate you. It's weird. When your relationship is toxic. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know there's another woman here named Mildred Prioni who has a toxic workplace. Yeah, I don't know if she's left yet, but when you're around people doing your work that are not supportive, it can be very difficult. Well, social anxiety ever go by itself, says Ward Wardy. I'm new to it. I started getting it 7 weeks ago. Well, I don't know if it does. I don't think so, but it is treatable, very treatable, usually due to exposure. I had this social anxiety when I was a child and a teenager, and I finally got through it at college. It hasn't come back. So yes, it can be managed. And I would not wait for it to go away by itself. I'd get on the stick and see a psychologist or a therapist who specializes in social anxiety. Hey, the gal who is keeping track of how many viewers we have, let me know what you see right now. Yeah, if you're required to be around difficult people at work, that's not an easy solution. You just have to take care of yourself, love yourself, and have compassion for yourself. And when you're not at work, be around people who are positive. I couldn't imagine going on a date now. I feel like Groucho Marx. I wouldn't want to join a club that would have a person like me as a member. Well, Lazy Eye Ranch, you sound like a delightful person. You just have to tell yourself you're lovable, and I'm sure a lot of people would like you. I'm sure many people would I'm sure you and I would get along. Sound intelligent, and you're suffering just like I am. What else do you need? Kuna Washington, anxiety is hell, nothing cure, no CBD, no MAD. Well, try anti-anxiety meds for temporary relief. Talk to your doctor about Klonopin. See what your doctor thinks. Also, if you take a deep breath and put your face in a sink of cold water, that calms you down. Also, intense exercise. What is one Claire Lou said? Oh, I missed that. My sister-in-law says she doesn't understand my illness and she's frankly irritated by it. Well, I'm sorry she doesn't have that compassion. That's her problem, not yours. 35 Angel 111. Thank you. We're getting close to 40. Get 5 more people on there. According to Susan Jones, CBD oil makes my depression and anxiety worse. Wow. That is difficult to hear. But if it does, then don't take it. Darwin Betancourt, we've seen you before. I've been waking up anxious for a racing heart, but then I feel good the rest of the day. Is that normal? Yes. Anxiety worse in the morning, better in the evening. So why are you anxious in the morning? I don't know. Something about your amygdala. You should look at a video I made called How to Rewire Your Anxious Brain. I'll type it in right here. How to wire Interesting enough, I made this video exactly a year ago, and it now has 96,000 views. I've never had a video ever do that well, so it's a good overview of anxiety. A lot of people think so. Yeah, Darwin, I would just say try getting more exercise during the day. That might help. And yeah, make sure you're getting enough sleep. But anyway, I'm glad you feel good the rest of the day. No meds, no CBD, only I can cure anxiety. I don't know how and when. Well, you need to see a good psychologist who specializes in anxiety. We have the Anxiety and Panic Treatment Center here in Portland. It's really good, and I think you need to find something like that where you live. 1973 Hallmark. Darwin, I feel the same mornings. Feel best in the evening, and it starts again the next day in the loop. Yep, yep. Have you guys read my memoir, When Going Through Hell Don't Stop? Maybe I have a copy here. Oh, I do, but I don't want to reach it. Anyway, I talk about the same thing. Evening is always best, my mind clears. That's the diurnal reality of anxiety, depression. So yeah, that happens a lot. Make sure there's no depression behind the anxiety. If so, you won't want to treat it. What is CBD oil? Cannabis? I'll have to look it up. It's the part of the hemp plant that is not psychoactive and doesn't have THC. But it's used to treat seizures, anxiety, and other things. It's actually quite therapeutic for some people. Wordy. Thanks for that. I didn't go to get help, and they put me on a mitigation health school. I hate being reliant on them. Well, you know what? Wordy, I hate being reliant on glasses. Here, let me take my glasses off. Oh my God, I'm as blind as a bat. I can't see a thing. Oh, I guess I'm dependent on my glasses. There you have it. Guess what I'm also dependent upon? Air. So sometimes we just have to accept that we need support. Same here, Darwin. Lieutenant Tiger, you're back. I love it. Thank you, Doug. Exercise is number one. I agree. Why I'm skipping my posts? Aren't I answering your questions, Joho? I thought I was. Let me go find him again. Yeah, I just talked about. I just answered your question about CBD oil. It's the part of the hemp plant that doesn't have THC. Angel 111, you introduced me to that video. Well, yeah, it's great. So I hope I just answered your post. Lazy eye ranch, classic symptoms of depression and anxiety. Yep. Doug can tell us. Luan Swanepoel, another returnee. Hello, did you have bad dreams when you're anxious? I always do. Sometimes. Can you tell us about obsessive negative thinking? Yeah, you just get stuck in a thought loop, like being on a treadmill over and over again. You got to break that loop. Going for a really hard bike ride or a hard run where all you can think about is your breath is one way to do it. Roxana Sharif, what a nice name. UK is rubbish for mental health care. You've got to look for compassionate people in teaching. Well, I've heard that the National Health Service really puts you on hold for quite some time. Lazy Eye Ranch, CBD helped me with nerve pain of trigeminal neuralgia. It can help with neuropathy too. Yeah, you're right. I just read that in a scientific journal. Thank you for letting me know that, Lazy Eye Ranch. 35 watching. Thank you, Roxana. How has mental illness affected your career? Well, it ruined my career. I never got to go to medical school and become a psychiatrist, but it also gave me a career. First I wrote this book, Healing from Depression. Then I created a website, then a newsletter, and now these wonderful YouTube videos. So I'm what's called a wounded healer, meaning that I am trying to take my suffering and my pain, everything I've been through, and share it with you in the hopes that you can learn from it and don't have to go through what I went through. So my mental illness has been a big part of my career. Just ordered the book on Amazon. Good for you, John L. You have When Going Through Hell Don't Stop? Excellent. ABCXYZ, I'm not doing that well. I just came out of a 3-day hospitalization for severe infection, cellulitis. I'm weak. I'm on 2 different meds. I have no energy. I'm just doing everything I can just to talk to you guys. So I'm very discouraged about this because I've had the episode at least 18 other times. I've read that physical exercise is just as more effective as Zoloft. Would you agree? For mild to moderate depression, if someone's severely depressed, exercise will not be as effective as it could be. And an antidepressant like Zoloft could help more. But a mild depression exercise has been shown, not for everybody. Exercise does not work for everybody, but when it does work, it's like taking the antidepressants. How to stop quickly depression? There's no real way to stop it quickly, Mohammed. You just have to treat it over the long term. Where is it found in your books? Amazon.com. Well, I was going to say, wow, nice to see you, like an old friend. Darwin Betancourt, yeah, I went for a run. It made me feel better. If I'm going to wake up with a racing heart, why not give it a good reason? Get some exercise in the cold shower. Darwin Betancourt, that's exactly what you do. In my video, How to Rewire Your Anxious Brain, I talk about taking that adrenaline and putting it to good use through exercise. So you're doing exactly the right thing. Joho, always glad to be. What part of the what part of the world are you from? Where do you live? I'm gonna get some water right here. Here is an exhibit, cephalexin right here, and a broad spectrum antibiotic for staph and strep. I'm taking it 4 times a day right now, as well as doxycycline. I hope none of you ever get infections like this. They're really drag. I got it in 1995. I think it was an acupuncture needle that did it. 41 watching, Roxana. Wow, we broke 40. Fantastic. Pennsylvania, but from California. Well, how is it living in Pennsylvania? I think California is a much more cool place to live. Thank you, 1973 Hallmark. Were you born in that year? Leonardo Hernandez. All these old YouTubers are popping out of the woodwork. Speaking of which, does anybody have a YouTube channel or a YouTube video to recommend to me on anxiety and depression or suicide prevention? I'm writing a book on it, so I'd love to hear about it. Yes, I took acupuncture on Saturday, and how do you know I got acupuncture? 45 years old, 1973. That was a good year. That was the year I moved to Oregon, a turning point in my life. Hallmark. Yes, David, I got acupuncture on Friday, and it really moved the energy. Didn't cure the infection, but definitely supported the immune system. Joho says, too expensive, too crowded, droughts, and fires in California. Yeah, well, it wasn't that way when I lived there in the 70s. Thank you, Lenore, for praying for me. I called Silent Unity. I've been asking for prayers. I'm pretty sick right now. Oh, I see. The acupuncture I'm talking about was 1995. That's where I got cellulitis after that. I don't think it caused it. I don't really know. The new acupuncture I went was this Friday. It helped. Not the same one. So sorry for the confusion. Check out Depression to Expression. Okay. I will. Depression. Okay. Cool. Is it possible somehow to cure cognitive impairments fast and defer depression until later? Sorry for my shitty English. It's not my native language. You can definitely change your negative thinking, yes. And if you do that, the depression can be deferred, yes. So if you've been cognitive impairments, if you think negative thinking, or you can do that through cognitive behavioral therapy. I don't think you mean like a cognitive behavior impairment like having Alzheimer's or having some sort of learning disability. That's the dream, isn't it? Keep dreaming. It's not going to happen. Thank you, David, for your positive encouragement there. As I ran, good point about exercise. This summer I've killed 5 rattlesnakes, the last one a few days ago. I always find them in the morning when I'm already wound up. No need for coffee after that scare. Huh. Why are you killing the rattlesnakes, Lazy Eye Ranch? Don't they they're just minding their own business, living in their terrain. Are they bothering you? Probably. Well, we have now gone 30 minutes. I'm only going to last to 45 after the hour, but we do have 15 more minutes to talk. And here's a joke. What kind of insects are bad at football? Bumblebees. Yikes. Why is it so easy for an elephant to get a job? Because they work for peanuts. Wow. That's amazing. These are coming fast and furious. All right. Don't mean to be negative, just realistic. You can improve on overnight. You're right. You can improve overnight. That you're right about, David Starkweather. You are definitely right. It takes time to change your thinking. We have to be kind and compassionate to ourselves. You better believe it, Roxana. Thank you. Something happened again, says Rasmussen. Messed up with my hopes of getting citizenship, so again my suicidal thoughts and depression are coming back. I still find hope all things in your life don't give it back to you. Well, you just have to live each day and find something each day to be grateful for, something positive. That's the only way you can do it. David Starkweather says, I've been looking for that instant cure for decades. Yeah, well, like you said, it's not there. Start seeing recovery. What can I do to keep myself calmed down on days where I can't stop driving even at work? Wow. Exercise, taking a walk, calling a friend, praying, medication. Try everything you can. Darwin says, thanks, Doug. I've been feeling great these 2 to 3 weeks thanks to your videos. Well, I'm glad I was able to help. Wish I was in Italy. Wish I was in Italy. Doug, glad to see you. My parts of California, it's really smoky with all the fires. Get me down. So easy to get really down. Seems like it won't end well. Remember what James Baldwin said in that prophetic essay, The Fire Next Time? We are heating ourselves to death. Can a kangaroo jump higher than a house, says Ward Wardy? Well, I don't know. Kid jokes are the best, says Roxana. Cynthia Corona, what a beautiful name. Is it possible to change a depressed suicidal person's thoughts when either they're worthless or they don't deserve love? Well, that's a very difficult thing because those thoughts are really ingrained. You need to give them love and keep telling them they're worthwhile. Have other people tell them. Just see if you can give them enough compassionate feedback, you and other people around them. I've used learning disabilities because of my depression, and it really bothers me. Yeah, depression definitely affects your ability to concentrate or think. I know if it causes a traditional learning disability like dyslexia, it's calculus, but it definitely messes up your thinking. Lazy Eye Ranch. Dollars in my chicken pen. This last one almost got my dog. Otherwise, I leave them alone. I actually like snakes, even tarantulas around here. S.I. hello from New York. Well, I'm from New York. Hello, hello. Have you been doing affirmations of body healing? No, I have not. What would you suggest? How about every day in every way I'm getting better and better? Hello, Alex Homer. Long time no see. Where have you been? That's a very good question, Razem say. Where has he been? What are your thoughts on the emotional freedom technique, effective or not? I've tried it. I haven't really gotten into it, but there are a number of people who claim that it helps with depression, anxiety. A number of veterans have tried it. A friend of mine teaches EFT to veterans, and they say it helps them with post-traumatic stress disorder. So yeah, learn about it and try it out and see if it works. Thank you for the prayers, Lenore. Some days you have no energy. Hey, Dispassky, wow, back again. Thank you. Last night, just been around, been staying away because you guys are just too depressing. Getting mixed up now and then. Been looking for groups. Well, that's a good thing. Excellent. Do you know there's fires in the Arctic Circle? I have no idea. Thank you, Roxana. 43 watching. Oh, of course it can't. Houses can't jump. Thank you, Wardy. Very smart. Uh, I like that. I'm going to write that down. Kangaroo. Getting all these new jokes from my videos. Thank you. When you have depressing circumstances, live alone, no family, friends, can you do anything but be depressed? Well, it's tough. Loneliness and isolation are huge depressing situations. So go to meetup.com and see if you can join a group and meet people. That would be very good. Or go to some chat groups. David, no offense, but depressed people are real downer. And it can be contagious. Yes, well, I agree. But, you know, I have depression support groups, David, and people laugh and get along and we have a fun time. So the best people do have a lighthearted side about them. They just have to be in the right circumstances. Darren Brown 100, struggling with self-hatred. I feel so stuck. Well, start repeating to yourself while looking in the mirror. I love myself. I'm a good person. And go find a therapist who can help you. Or better yet, find a group where that your goodness can be mirrored by other people. And, you know, if you feel self-hatred, just say cancel, cancel. Whoever told you that was a lie. It's not true. The real you is, you know, loving and perfect. Robert Gourmand, I've been on fluoxetine for 11 years. Left medication and relapse. Now back in medication and worry if medication stops working. Well, take it a day at a time. I'm going to just change my position here. One clearly, I think moodiness is contagious, but not clinical depression. Yeah, you can't. Well, if you do hang around people who are too gloomy, you can start to feel gloomy. I'll say that. 12:40, we have 5 more minutes. They do stop working, but try to remember how you think when it does work. Must be doing better, David, says One Clear Lou. And again, you guys who haven't seen it, here's the book, Healing from Depression. All my knowledge and wisdom is in this book. And we haven't had anybody click on the $sign. That's where you can contribute to this channel, whether it's $1 or $2 or £1 or $2. Very, very helpful. That'd be great if you could do that. And also you can go to my Patreon page, www.patreon.com/Douglas Block. If you want to be a sustaining member of this channel for as little as $2 a month, that would be great. I know a number of you already are patrons, so thank you. Alex Homer, I'm broke with little no prospects, part of my depression. Oh, but I wish you well. Well, we have here in America something called, oh, I forget it was, some place that gives free vocational counseling. Vocational rehab by the states. See if you can plug into something like that. What about everyone here now gives $1? That would be great. Help me pay for my medication. Yeah, you just click on that live chat button and you can contribute whatever you want and your name will be highlighted. You're welcome, Alex Homer. Thank you, Claire, for the asking people to be generous. That's great. Well, anybody who's been keeping track of the head count, how many do we have right now? Still above 40, I hope. Yes, I found out when I do get out around people, I like to feel myself again. I live so far from anything, I don't get out. Enough. I thought your property was going to be sold and you were going to move, Lazy Eye Ranch. Play an upbeat song for closing. Well, hey, Joan, you know what? I can't do that. Last time I played the song, um, I got uh, demonetized because of the fact that more than 10 seconds, you're violating copyright law. Marisa Lopes, nice to see you. I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me down. It's going to be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. There you have it. Thank you, One Clear for the pound. Much appreciated. Try using puppets. It's a great hobby. Very entertaining. I like that. Thanks, One Clear Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Used to be one of my favorite songs, Young Child. Well, it's a real upbeat song. Johnny Nash, I can see clearly now. Awesome. Well, there's my song. Anybody have one they want to sing, although we can't hear you? Lazy Ranch says, eventually I'm going to move, but it'll take a lot of work and time to clean this place up. You should call 1-800-GOT-JUNK. Terrible singing, of course. I'm a horrible singer, but I don't have my iPhone here. Otherwise, I'd play a clip. What's an upbeat song, you guys? Think of something that really inspires you. I was just listening to Stevie Wonder's Higher Ground. Wow, that's a great song. Anybody have a favorite? How about Second Wind by Billy Joel? Don't forget your second wind. Sooner or later, you're going to feel better again. See, that's what I've learned. I'll leave you with this thought. No matter how bad it is today, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Things can turn around like that. Come on, Doug. You can. I can't snap my fingers. God. Anyway, things can turn around really quickly. Oh, the Happy Song. Yes. What was that guy's name? Oh my God. What's his name? That song's infectious. Anything by Stevie Wonder is great. Absolutely. How about You Are the Sunshine of My Life? Wow. How about Songs in the Key of Life, that whole album? What's that? As, right? I'll Be Loving You. I forget. Until the End of Time. Well, until the oceans stop and mountains become at the sea. Anyway, Bobby McFerrin, yes, Don't Worry, Be Happy. So, did you hear what I said? All of you feel down and no hope. I felt that multiple times. And yet, here I am, still alive and kicking. So I call upon you to check out my latest 3 videos. One is called Depression Lies About the Future. One is called Do You Have Something to Look Forward to? Those are really, really great, great videos. They've been very popular. Do you have something to look forward to? Depression Lies About the Future. Hey, Joan, do you know where the iPad is? It's still upstairs. Yeah, well, I wanted to read some stuff to the people here. Thank you, Roxana. Really appreciate it. Thanks for your time. Much appreciated, my friend. And are you from the UK? Thank you. Or am I here? Let me see if we can find my iPhone. Oh. Yeah, well, it's in my office, the iPhone. I wanted to... Where's Bruce? The $64,000 question, One Clear Lou. UK, England. Thank you, Roxanne. I love the British. Bruce goes out about 5 in the morning. We don't see him until like 6 in the afternoon. He just loves this hot, sunny weather. He's not around anymore during the day, so that's why he's not here.
Are you saying it's in your
Yeah, go get my phone in the office. Can you hear it?
I'm sorry, I'm not able to do that.
Well, they can't see you on camera. Don't worry about it.
But how do you know?
Well, not if you come around here. I'll shut off the camera temporarily. Ready? One. Joan's going to go behind me and get the phone. Hold on, everybody. Okay. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, no, they can't see you. Just that away. Okay. Right. It's not. Okay. Didn't happen. Well, can't remember the last 3 videos. All I can tell you is Depression Lies About the Future. And the other one is called Do You Have Something to Look Forward to? All right. How do you make a contribution to the YouTube channel, John L? You basically look at that $sign at the bottom of your screen, click on it, it'll ask you how much you want to make. This will probably bring back ticks to you. Yeah, that's what I like about you, David Starkweather, always thinking I'm positive. So does that make sense? The other thing you can do, John L, is if you want to pay me through PayPal, all you have to do is go to my email address. By the way, any of you guys can email me. All right. Picture all over. Yeah, I hear you get Lyme disease back in the Northeast. Anyway, if you want to send me some money through PayPal, John L, just send it to that address and check friends and family. Otherwise, you can click that $sign. Wish I could show everybody how adorable the baby goat is I have right now. Need to make video and upload. I love goats. Saw your live stream for the first time from Asia. Found it lovely. I hope you stay happy till your next stream. Try and try. Shall one day find your happiness. Goodbye. Thank you, KS. Misanthropic Gwen. Hey, Doug, you're really helpful in my depression and anxiety recovery. Recently purchased your book, Healing from Depression. Your book gives me hope. But I'm still struggling. It's a good book. Thank you, Alex Homer. That's very funny. Danielle, and you still don't know why it says the name is your mama. I'm glad you came. I'm about to fade out. $sign opens up in a super chat window on my screen. That's right. That's right. And then it asks you how much you want to put in, John. Just follow the instructions. Keep on going, Misanthropic One. Yeah. That's the $sign. Yep. Well, he went to a super chat window, so. Are you on an iPhone or an iPad? Usually it works better on computers. By the way, this chat will be available for 10 minutes after I sign off, so you can always do it after then. Well, wow. So, remember, where there's life, there's hope. Never give up. You can and will get through this. Wow. Nice to see you, T-Mac, a patron. And that no matter how bad you feel today, tomorrow's a new day. I have many people in my groups who've come depressed after hospitalizations, after suicide attempts. They're all prospering and doing well, and that can be the same for you. Remember, set the intention to heal, reach out for support, and you will find help. Well, hopefully in 2 weeks when I see you again, on the 19th, I will be over this illness and have more energy. In the meantime, thank you for bearing with me. I'm glad you guys could show up. I'm glad I persevered, but I'm going to take a nap. And that's a beautiful way to end, Lenore. We're not alone in this together. That is the message. I encourage you all to reach out for support, to friends, to family, to support groups, to chat rooms, everything. All right. Oh, no, I just got out of the hospital, T-Mac. I have a severe infection, but it's being treated. So by next time I see you, I should be better. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery.